Hi everyone. Thank you for joining me for Workshop Wednesday. Today is February 25th. Man, this month has gone by. I can't believe that Sunday is already March 1st. So in a few weeks, I will be traveling to California for the Stampin' Up! Convention called On Stage. So I have been super busy, just like I'm still going to have videos for you while I'm gone. I do travel Wednesday to Wednesday again, so you will have 2 pre-recorded videos. And so just a reminder that March 7th is the last day to subscribe to my March Let's Create Craft Kit. So let me show you the projects. I'm using the Easter basket bundle, which I'm using tonight. So you'll get another peek at it. This has become my favorite bundle. So this is a sanitizer holder using that adorable little basket die. Here is a basket with the bunny. So you don't, even though it's called Easter basket, you don't have to make these all Easter cards. You know, you can use them for whatever. These make great kids cards. And you could put anything in your basket, like this one's got flowers. And Hello Spring, I believe it says. But look at this one. Cute little card, and just change the sentiment. You don't have to use Happy Easter. But these are the 5 projects that you're going to get in my craft kit. So your craft kit will have the 5 project packets. You're going to get over $20 in Stampin' Up! Product. You're going to have it shipped to your door. You're going to get a PDF tutorial along with a video tutorial showing you how to put the projects together. So again, I will have the subscription link down below, and you could subscribe and I will get your kit. I'm going to start working on those kits because, like I said, I'm going to California and they ship the week after the 7th. So like around the 14th. So I'm going to start pre-cutting them all and getting them all prepared. And then I will order the product on the 8th. And then as soon as I get your product, they'll get shipped out. So they'll get shipped out in time for me to come back. If not, I will have them packaged up and my son could ship them for me. So before we start, there is less than 1 week left to get your hands on the Stampin' Positioner. And don't look at my sneak peek. That's a sneak peek of a stamp set that's coming. I was working with it today and I was using my Stampin' Positioner for it. So the join offer, when you join my team, this will be added to your starter kit. It's amazing to stamp. See, so I was, like I said, I was using it today, and it's just a great tool. And so you would be part of my team. And some of the perks of my team, did you know that you get all of my class PDF tutorials for free just for being on my team? So all the classes that I put out, you get the PDF tutorials for free. We do a monthly meeting. If you're not local, we do it via Facebook. So just like we're doing live right now, we have our own team page, and you would be able to join in that way. So anyway, there's less than 1 week left. I cannot believe Sunday is already, so Saturday would be the last day, but Sunday's already the 1st. So just wanted to bring that up. Remember to share my video. When you share my video, you're entered into a prize drawing. And this week, I have another embellishment pack. So we got some good embellishments in there. So if you share, please comment that you share so I can enter your name into the drawing. And I have another announcement. If you caught my Fun Fold Friday last Friday, I used the product of the month, which was the Painted Illusions Designer Series paper. Well, anyway, I have now partnered with 5 others. I'm the 6th. And so each month we have a tutorial the 6 of us are going to create 2 projects for you. So when you spend $75 and you get the product of the month, we're going to have a tutorial for you that you get for free. So again, there's 12 projects. So for this month's product of the month, look, there's some amazing projects. This is a 27-page tutorial. And so once you spend your $75, I will email this to you, and you are going to be able to create these amazing projects with your product of the month. If you have any questions about it, just ask me. But this is, oh my goodness, some great projects in there. And last but not least, if you want today's PDF tutorial for today's project, just join my email list. I'll have the links to both underneath if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Here is our project. Like I said, this bundle is becoming one of my favorites. So I'm calling this a fence card because I created this fence, and I created it myself. I probably should have maybe gotten some help from somewhere else, Googled it, searched it or something, but no, I wanted to create my own card. So this is what I came up with. It might have been a little bit hard. It kind of took me all day to create. But anyway, we're using the Easter basket bundle. So these are the stamps. I always rubber band mine together. And these are the dies. You get a lot of die cuts with this set. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of thick basic white cardstock. And we're going to cut that at 4 1/4. And we already know that it is 11 this way. So we're going to score at the 5 1/2. And then we're going to cut at 4 1/2. So move your score line. So go to 4 1/2. So basically we're going to have just 1 inch where we're cutting. So we're going to cut, so I don't confuse you. And then the score line, you're going to have 1 inch. And this is going to be our card base. All right, so let's burnish this. And this piece here, we are going to emboss with the birchwood embossing. So we want to make sure that the 4 1/4, let me see, we want to make sure that the 4 1/4 inch side is at the top. We don't want the 4 1/2. We want the 4 1/4, not the 4 1/2, because we want our fence post to have our wood texture. All right, so I'm gonna have to change these out because we're embossing, and we just need the number 1 and the number 4, since this is a 3D, and you put the seam going inwards. All right, so now here's where it might get a little tricky. Let's put these back on because we're going to need these ones. Okay. Hello, everyone. I see everybody chiming in. Thank you for joining me. You're not too late, Lori. Okay, so again, on the 4 1/4 side, we're going to now turn this to the 4 1/2, right? So 4 1/2, and we're going to cut a 1/2 inch off. So now we want our 4 1/2 inch side. We're going to cut it at a 1/2, and now make it a 4 inch. This is all going to come together. It's going to make sense. And I forgot I had another 1/2" by 4 1/4 piece that I needed to emboss, but we'll do that in a bit. So now we're going to cut this into 1/2" strips. We're making our fence post. So just go along. I don't think you're going to need all of these. I'm trying to remember. I have been creating so many projects because I'm going to be heading to on stage. So I will be gone for a week, and I'm traveling Wednesday to Wednesday. So I've had to do my two workshop Wednesday projects for while I'm gone, my 2 Facebook Fridays, the Fun Fold Fridays videos. So plus I'm working on my Let's Create classes and my spring fling. So I have so many projects that I am trying to keep straight. So again, we're just cutting these in 1/2" strips, and this last piece does not want to stay in place. So this one's going to be thicker, but I don't think we need that. Like I said, I can't remember, and I'm sorry because I'm creating so many. I'm putting these in order over here to the side. Okay, so now that, let me see, I think I have the 1/2. This one right here, is this another 1/2 by 4 1/4? Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and emboss this one because I forgot to emboss it with the other. And it's just, again, because we want to make it look like a fence. So the birched wood and the number 1 and number 4 plate, just for that little piece. I should have stuck it in with my other one, but it's okay. And put these ones back, because again, we'll be using those. Okay, so there's 1 or 2 ways to do this. So this is like, this one's going to be our bottom, and this is going to be our top. And my goodness, I have to sneeze. Oh, okay. I'm trying to hold my sneeze in. I don't know. So there's 1 or 2 ways you could do this. And so you want to flip it over on the back side. You can use a piece of tear and tape along the top. So I'm going to do one way and one the other, so you could see the 2 ways of doing it. So you add the piece of tear and tape, and then now this is that thick one that I don't believe we need. And I'm going to turn it this way so maybe you guys could see a little better. Can you guys see okay? I don't know about zooming in. So just go like a 1/4 inch down. So this one we want to start at the end. And it's up to you. You could put your next one or just, now I eyeballed my spaces in between. So it's up to you. But this tear and tape kind of makes it easy. The other way is to use glue. And you're just going to put these all on like so. I think we use all of them but that last one. And my gap might be a little bit big, but that one is a little big. So we can move these over some, or you can always cut that other 1/2 inch, but I don't think you need the full 1/2. I have been one busy gal, and I need swaps for on stage that I haven't even worked on yet. I think that's good enough. So the other way is now to add just a strip of glue. So you could do a thin line of glue, and this one is going to be easier because now we're just going to lay this on top, right like so. Just get your ends and your ends, and we're going to let our fence dry. And I'll bring that in. So you didn't need this piece. Okay, so now let's do, we have a lot of die cutting, there was my other strip that I was supposed to do. So I'm gonna use some early espresso. I got all these pieces for different things. So we're gonna stamp. I wanna stamp my stuff in early espresso instead of memento. I personally like the look of it, but our rabbit, he's gonna be early espresso on basic white. Our chick is gonna be early espresso on basic white. We're gonna do the eggs twice on basic white. What else do I need? The 2 eggs, the chick. Oh, that's it. For some reason, oh, this is the basket. I'm like, what did I need? Okay, so we are going to color our rabbit with Pretty in Pink, just for the ears and the cheeks, and then crumb cake. So I'm going to start out with the dark crumb cake and kind of go around where I want it to be dark, kind of like a shadow. And I'm going to do his tail dark. And again, I think his hands will make those dark. And we will go with the light. So now we're going to pull that dark color out. We're going to pull with our light and create our shadowing. Sorry for the squeaks. I think I'm going to do his nose pink. My kids used to have rabbits growing up. We always had a little rabbit. We had Thumper. We might have had a few Thumpers. But they were always white with the pink eyes. And some people don't like those pink-eyed ones. We just always had, for whatever reason, those are the ones we always chose. I'm going to do a line, some shadowing here. Do you guys like to use the blends? Do you prefer to color in, or do you prefer to have a stamp that'll stamp inside? Let me know. Thanks, Jessica. I'm going to do his little nose pink, and I'm going to do some little pinky cheeks. And then now I got an assortment. Well, I got peach pie, I got balmy blue, I got lemon lolly, and we're just going to color these eggs in just however. I don't know. I'm just going to color them different with these blends. I'm not sure if this is light or dark. This must be light. And let's do this top. And then I'm just trying to mix it up so our eggs look different. And since I have this, I'm going to shadow little Mr. Chicken, Mr. or Mrs. I'm going to go with the dark on the wings and around the face. And again, this is lemon lolly. We do our little guy. I'm so glad we have dies for these tiny ones. I'm going to do dark peach pie for his beak. Do you guys follow the eagles in Big Bear, California? A couple of weeks ago, or maybe around a month ago, we always follow them. She had laid eggs in, oh my gosh, the type of bird that got them. Anyway, she hatched some new ones. She hatched another one last night. We just happened to go on and check. Okay, so now let's get some die cutting now that I'm like all over the place. But yeah, we like to follow them. It's just interesting how they work. So for our basket, we are going to need, let me see, I got to cut a lot of stuff here. Let's see how I'm going to fit all this. let's do our basket. Let me put our basket this way. I'm over here chit-chatting and trying to work at the same time. So for the basket, as I started to say, there's all these different color stripes. I'm going to show you, we're just going to cut one set because I have a ton of them. So it's going to cut 8 strips. So it's up to you. If you want to keep all your strips the same color so that you don't have to, you know, cut a set of each, you can do that. And this is Shy Shamrock. We're going to cut 2 pieces of grass. And where is my bow? Oh, I have so many places here. But I like the different colors, but I'm sure the same color will look just as well, will look good. I just remember as a child, my mom had those kind of baskets for us, and we had the different colors. We had the different color like wicker baskets. Now there's a lot of plastic. Like I said, today I was out shopping for my spring fling, and I am going to actually offer, that won't work. I'm going to offer a to-go version because my Galentine's was so popular that I had to cut it off. So I'm going to offer a to-go. I think this tape's been used plenty of times, and that's why it moved. Okay. So I got a bunch of goodies today for, okay, let's see who all we got here. We got our rabbit. We got our chick. We got our egg. We got our 1 piece of grass. We need 2. I need my basket, and there's the egg dye. And then these strips, like I said, see, it'll cut 8 strips. So it's totally up to you how you want to do yours. Mine seemed like you only need 4 strips for this project. So move this one. And we need the egg, another piece of grass, and I need, here it is. I was going to say, I know I need the scallop, and I thought I had a piece of everything for all the pieces I needed. The scallop's going to go on the top of the basket. This little bundle reminds me of paper dolls, I guess. It's like, because you have to put it all together. Do you guys remember paper dolls? Oh, and then my bow. I must have not pulled my bow die out. Nope, I didn't. It's still in here. We need a blue bow for our basket. Oops. And then, you know, there's a couple of bunnies. There's even a little tiny one. I made him look like a chocolate bunny. And let's put our bow. And I think this will be it on the die cutting. That's why I say this reminds me of paper dolls, just because of all the little pieces. Me and my sister used to have paper dolls. The things that our kids don't know about. I had a friend of ours, one time we were camping and she brought marbles and jacks. And the kids were all like, what the heck are those? And we're like, oh my gosh, to be a child again. Okay, so let's bring our fence back in. And now is where we're gonna add all of these pieces. Ah, my fence looks crooked on the top. It must have moved. All right, so our pieces of grass, again, now this is totally up to you how you would like to do it. But I'm gonna use mini dimensionals. And what I'm talking about is they are gonna overlap. So you can either overlap them or you can cut it where it overlaps, because we're going to cover that overlapping up with the eggs. So we're going to put our grass here at the bottom. And I'm sorry, you guys, I'm not looking at any comments. I will check in a minute because, so this one I probably should have moved over a little just because it's going to overlap. So see, like so. So you could cut this. It's up to you because we're going to hide that. And I put my dimensional right there. Let's cut right there. So there's that little tiny bit there, but our eggs are going to cover it. So let's go to our basket. So like I said, I have all these pieces already cut because I have made baskets. And so you can alternate these as well. I started from underneath, and you're just gonna weave them through. And I'm gonna probably mess this up somewhere along the line, make it not so easy. And I did all of mine through the bottom. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Or I started all of them underneath, but you can alternate them. I'm giving you guys options today. So see how mine are all underneath. You don't see them on the outside here. You can do, let's see, I did pink next. So you can alternate by starting at the top and then going under. And then when you do that, you're going to have them. You'll see them on the outside. I'm impressing myself. I thought I was gonna really mess this part up because usually things don't work so well for me when I'm doing a video. Let me see. And so I could show you what I mean here and just push those down. So see how these are on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one since I already started. Now this next one, I'll go under. So it's over and under, over, or over, under. See now I jinxed myself. I probably should have had one of these baskets already done. How many of you have this bundle? See, I totally jinxed myself. I was like, oh, this is going along so easy. All right, here we go, Lisa. And you know, I try to use like a little Post-it to maybe thread this through. Oh, you know what I bet you we could probably use? But I mean, this isn't really hard. You know how I'm sure you guys have seen how you use the flossers to thread your ribbon through holes. You could probably stick this using the 3M tape. Where's my tweezers? Now all of a sudden I'm like stuck. You could probably put the 3M tape on it. Oops, I went too far with that one. Okay. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't have said anything because all I did was jinx myself. Okay, so then that one, these tweezers come in handy. Okay, so we're going to move this down because we got one more to go. We're going to do our peach pie. All right, let me check some comments. Give myself a little break. Oh, you've seen, there's a lot of cards. And, you know, I just showed you guys my my class with this one, my Let's Create Craft Club. This has been a popular one. It's become my favorite. You know, there's a lot that, did you guys see my sneak peek on my Fun Fold Friday card. And I think that one I'm using the Lovely Arrangements. Now that was not on my radar at all. But I'm pairing it with different designer series paper than the one that goes with it. And maybe that's why now that one has really something I wasn't going to get at first. And one more and we're done. One more. Thank you guys for having patience with me. Like I said, I probably made this harder. Seems like I tend to do that. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just scoot it. There we go. So now we have to trim these. And I think that's kind of why I put my other ones all in the back. I mean, it doesn't, they're all gonna get trimmed, but they have to be glued down at the ends because we don't want them to take off anywhere on us. So we're just gonna put a little tab of glue. Maybe if I use my take your pick tool, I won't get it all over me. And then we'll do it on the back side, on the ones that are on the back, so that they can get trimmed. Thank goodness my glue's not like over. I have seen some white Easter baskets. I have not done a white Easter basket, but I think they look gorgeous white. All the colors really pop out on the white ones. But I was trying to stick with the traditional. Since my fence was white, maybe I done a different color fence, I could have did the white basket. Did I get glue down there? I did. Okay, you all still with me? Again, thanks. So now we will just trim the ends of these. Oops, that was my piece of grass that I had trimmed. And easy. And there, look how cute our basket is. So now you could see the difference. The over, under, and then all underneath. So now let's use some more mini dimensionals. And we will put our scallop on. So I'm gonna probably just put like 3. 1, 2, 3. And I need just a little bit more nails. And there's that. So let's glue. Where's our little chickadee? Let's get all these pieces. We're gonna glue our handle, our bow onto our handle. We're gonna glue our little chick. And then I'm also going to put a mini dimensional behind the chick's head for when we attach him or her. Okay, so now let me show you what we're gonna do here. Okay, here's our fence. I guess we should attach our fence. So here's where I kind of probably made it a little bit, because I wanted the fence to fit. I'm adding this piece, and this is where is this? This is 1.5 by 4 1/4, and we're just gonna glue that to this flap. And all we're doing is we're extending the flap. And this, you could tell I used regular. This one's thick. So now before we do anything, we're gonna stamp our Happy Easter. And we're gonna do that in Pretty in Pink. And I'm gonna fold this over so that I get it right and just stamp Happy Easter on that top flap. The bottom portion is going to get covered. So now we can add some glue to this. And we want to make sure it's the top of the fence, not the bottom with the grass. And then just glue this right on here like so. And I have a bunch of sticky stuff because I had that on my, I had it on my mat, my silicone mat. Okay, so that is drying. So when we put our basket on, we want to stick it underneath the grass so that the grass is over it. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're adding dimensionals on the fence post. You don't want to add them in between because then it'll stick. So easy way is, we could see, oops, because I have a dimensional on the chick. He was already sticking. So we're just going to put one here, and I'm kind of alternating them just so that it'll, I should probably put this, oh, I'm not going to move it, but so that way it's on, oops, now my fingers are stuck to the dimensional on the chicks. So just like so. And then what I did is added just a drop of glue in a couple of spots on the handle to hold the handle down. And I might have put this one, I did, right where, of course, the card's gonna go. So you kind of wanna look. And then, so now we're gonna do the same with our bunny. And we want to put, he's going to go underneath the grass as well. And it looks like his are all going to go on this post. So we could just put a couple for him. And again, stick him under there. And then now our eggs, we're going to glue the eggs. So I just put some on these pieces of grass so that we could cover that where they meet. Just like that. And we'll hold those down. So I think I got some glue on my chick's head. All right. So we're not done. We're going to use our embellishments, or Easter assortment embellishments. And aren't these little critters so cute? Oh my gosh. Like I said, this has become my favorite. So I'm going to add a blue one into the center of the bow. I didn't add any eggs. I was going to add them up here. But if you make this card, use a different color and then put the eggs. I just kind of thought the Easter eggs would blend in with the sentiment. So I went with the lemon lolly dots. Oops. Lemon lolly dots. And I think we are done. I hope that wasn't too difficult for you guys. Watch. Oops. I got pieces of grass. Hope that wasn't too difficult for you guys to watch. I really like this bundle. Like I said, I wanted to create this fence. Oops, I got little pieces all over the place. But, you know, we do have the gingham ribbon that goes with this set. And you could wrap some of that ribbon around and tie a bow. Let me... I don't have any... I was going to say, no, I have some. And then just if you wanted to cover that up, you could put this on the inside. Again, giving you guys options today. Options, options, options are always good. Get my tweezers again as my second set of hands. And ta-da! But you know, you guys, I always tell you, I have to tie my bows the other way because I never put them in the right direction. So, kind of. And we will move that out of the way so it doesn't cover up the sentiment. I'm just trying to get a little tighter. And let's cut this. I think it's time for me to change my ribbon scissors. So there is another option. Let's move this. You could turn it more this way. And then you see the Happy Easter, but you kind of cover up the... So there's a card. What do you guys think? Yes, I always use these to hold my ribbon. These are my second set of hands. So that, you know how you always need somebody's finger? I can't put a finger in the tie, so I use these. These are actually the ones that go to our embossing kit that I use. These seem to be stronger. These were the ones I just happened to grab. So anyhow, there is our card. I got stickies all over because of my, I didn't clean, I'm not good at cleaning my silicone mat. I use it for everything. All right, everybody, thank you so much. And thank you for all of you that have shared my video. I really appreciate it. Which card do you prefer? The reason I didn't put the bow on the original one is because I have this one. And you could also tie a bow and put a bow on the handle. But which do you guys prefer? I think I'm liking the bow now. Anyway, thank you so much. You guys be sure and come back here on Friday at 12 o'clock noon Mountain Time. And I'm going to have that fancy fold, fun fold card. Let me get it and show you. I thought I had it handy. This is the one that I'll be making. And if you've seen my video today, it goes like this, and it opens up. Isn't that pretty? And then it'll fold back like so. And so it's a card that'll stand up and display. It's kind of hard to show you on camera, but so be sure and join me at 12 o'clock. 12, it'll be a pre-recorded video. I haven't been able to do a live one yet, but thank you, everybody. Again, have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye, everyone.